I will cover each one of the 12 signs, and that will be in the description box for the timestamps, as well as appended to the comment section. So this full moon in Aquarius, we have to look at both the moon placement and the sun placement, where we have this this full moon happening in the sign of Aquarius at 12 degrees and the sun at 12 degrees of Leo. So Leo is the sign about the ego. And the sun is about the ego, it's about the identity and wanting to be seen. This is talking about the self. When we look at the symbol for the sign, we have a circle with a dot in the middle. So the dot represents the self. It represents also the I, what we focus on. And the circle around that dot is saying this represents the ring of Saturn. And this is talking about our boundaries, our limitations. And it also is talking about the framework of our life, the framework of our identity. So with that being said, what are we really focusing on? We're focusing on freedom. We're focusing on freedom of our true self-identity. And with this full moon happening in the sign of Aquarius at 12 degrees, that we're talking about freedom of who we are becoming, that border, that ring around that dot around ourselves, that is where we are headed to. So we are called to look at the full scale, the full spectrum of who we are becoming, to looking outside of here and now. This moon is square Uranus, and Uranus is the ruler, one of the rulers of Aquarius. So here we see that we have a lot of sexual energy. That's one thing, the feminine, and feeling a lot of the sexual tension, a lot of sexual energy, but it's also about surprises and wanting to express oneself fully and freely. So with a lot of that sexual tension, a lot of that sexual energy, that could be channeled into creative projects. There's going to be a lot of wanting to connect with community. This could be online communities, especially with this full moon being in Aquarius and wanting to reach out, wanting to come together. But there could be restrictions, with also Saturn being the ruler of Aquarius. So there could be some restrictions as far as with being able to travel, being able to go out physically with people that you want to connect with. This could even be in some type of hindrances coming with romantic partnerships as far as hooking up and coming together in the physical sense. But there is a need, a drive to want to connect physically. Especially physically, because Uranus does deal with the underworld, aka the sexual glands, as well as Mars, because Mars is coming out of the shadow and it is in its home sign of Aries. So there could be some type of sexual frustration if one is not able to release themselves in that type of way. But once again, that you can channel this energy in your creative endeavors. You can do a lot of writing, especially where we have Venus direct conjunct the North Node, which is in Gemini, and with Mercury and Aquarius and the second decan ruled by Mercury, that you can do a lot of that channeling, like channeling writing. I also feel like this is an advancement with some type of chemical or some type of, I hear evidence of chemicals. It could be some type of new technology that's coming out with something dealing with forensics, a new way of how to identify criminals. I feel like there is some type of research that could be going on right now with identifying heinous crimes or individuals involved in illegal activity that sometimes it can be hard to really pinpoint who committed the crime. But I feel like it's some type of new software, some type of new forensic evidence type of thing that they're finding. They've been maybe experimenting on, or either they're going to start dumping funding into that to take down a lot of criminals. And so I feel like also too that this is moving towards not just like small criminals, but like lords, like rulerships, like people in higher places, that it was hard to really pinpoint who really did what. but I feel like it's some type of software or something that has been hidden that's going to start to come out around this time, and it will really start to shine in the next 5 months. So when I say start to come out, it may start coming out like just behind closed doors, or some evidence may be found somewhere, or some type of development, but then it won't come public until months from now. Another thing that I am picking up on is that with a lot of soul searchers, people that have been searching for their soul path, that it's going to be clearer to them, and some may have spontaneous downloads. That's one thing. Other people, I feel like with these, it's like some type of impulsion to go and do something completely out of the random. It's almost like I see someone bungee jumping, but however, they may not necessarily bungee jump. For example, like someone that is not one of those extreme sports people, however, is something of that nature. Someone that's never skydived, never thought about it, but on a whim, they just go out and do something like that. So whatever it may be for a person personally, it feels like that is, for some people, it's going to be something so spontaneous, so out of the random. This is another thing that is coming up, where we have like lucky instances, like miraculous healings, miraculous circumstances. People may pick up on some numbers, and then they go to play the lotto, or they may go play some slots or something. It feels like something that's very lucky like that could happen, and that luck can play out differently for other people. Some it may be calculated risks, such as the stock market. Some may be what they call gambling, and other people it may just be going out on a whim and being like, I've been really wanting to ask this person out. This may be my lucky day. Let me go ahead and do that. So it may play out differently for different people, but it's something very spontaneous, and that's what I really do feel. Now I'm going to start with Aries. So Aries, we have the 9 of Cups in the reverse, and it's from the Hermetic Tarot deck, where we have Lord of Material Happiness is in the reverse. So I feel like it's something that you want to indulge in. However, it's like, I don't know if I should be doing this, because right now where we have your 11th house is lit up right now, and with that lighting up is something that you could have been suppressing, something that you may want to go do, but it's like you are fighting yourself about it. And that's the reason why this 9 of Cups is in the reverse. It could be something you've been fantasizing about. It could be something that you really want to change in your life, but you may not know exactly how to do it. This is also talking about online communication, business communication. You could be wanting to start a new project or embark on something new, and it may not be the best time for you to do this. Or if you have already started it, you may want to change the way of how this is what I specifically hear. May want to change your layout. So this could be a change of direction. This could be maybe pausing on a new aspect of that project that you have already started. This is also tied to your second house, about your finances and about your money. So make sure that you are spending, you are budgeting, you're spending properly, and you are budgeting your money properly, and budgeting your energy as well. And I also feel like budgeting your financial imagination. What I mean by that is like really placing your attention in the right places. Because remember, your imagination and your energy is all connected to your creative chi, which is your sexual creativity, your sexual energy. All of that stuff is works in tandem. So if you are pouring your energy into, say, something that may be of a sexual nature, when you could take that type of energy and put it into a project that will yield great financial gain for you. Or instead of putting your energy into being self-loathing or wanting to go spend money frivolously, then you could maybe hold back on that and invest it into something else. This could also be fantasizing about really using your imagination for the wrong types of things. It's not really productive. It's not really going to bring anything out of the situation besides more heartache. Okay, so Taurus, this is dealing with your 10th house, that of your career. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, I have the Hermit, and this is the Hermetic Tarot deck. So this is the Magus of the voice of light. Here we have the Trinity placed above this individual, and the Hermit is the Hermeticist, where we have the egg of life at his feet, and we have the scorpion. No, excuse me. Well, it's a symbol of the scorpion because it deals with Virgo and Scorpio, as well as Mercury and Venus. That we have here, the spine, the snake, the Kundalini, and really working with tapping into that energy and awakening that part of your life. It could have been something that was very dormant, and that aspect of your life, maybe your career, maybe you're making a career change, maybe instead of rushing off to go back to work in the same job that you probably were not really that balanced in, or you really felt like you were living your soul's purpose in, maybe it's time to really chill and maybe take this time to focus on what your soul is really calling you to do. Some people, especially right now with the shutdown, and maybe even re-shutting things down that was reopened recently, people may be ready to rush off to work, or rush off to the normal, but there's a new normal waiting at your door. And really, instead of focusing on like, how am I going to do this, how am I going to do that, or let me hurry up and get back to my normal, how about we focus on what's the new normal for you? Okay, because you have like this opportunity to change the outcome of your generation. And when I say your generation, I'm talking about your siblings. Specifically, this may be someone's siblings, and how the way your siblings may handle their finances, handle how money has been handled throughout generations in your life. But you are going to be the cornerstone. You're going to be the one that places a new foundation on how to operate out of your higher self, how to work with your finances, how to work in a career field that most people may overlook or may not even know that even exists. So you may be even creating your own path in life. That may be a possibility. If you need any type of counseling, spiritual business counseling or anything like that, you can always find that link down below. But that is what it is for you, Taurus. But another thing too we have to look at is like your ruler, which is Venus, and Venus rules both you and Libra. So this could be relationships, like how I said. This could be I hear like re-looking or re-reviewing. Reviewing is, but you get what I'm saying. Reviewing or taking a second glance at a relationship that you probably once passed over. This could also be your relationship with your career and relationship with finances and money, and how the way you make your money. This could be even adoring yourself in different types of ways, pampering yourself. And this feels something that's very earthy, very in the body, and really allowing yourself to feel that good vibration. So you could be earthing or wanting to go earth or need to go earth. This could be even just having a new makeup regimen for those that may wear makeup, period. This could be just getting a haircut. This could just be getting those pair of skinny jeans, whatever it may be for you. Okay, here we go, Gemini. So yeah, we do have a North Node in your sign. We have Venus in your sign. We're going to be focusing on like the 9th house, which deals with long distance travel. It deals with parental figures at times. It deals with philosophy and what our personal philosophy is, especially with the Leo, the sun being in Leo, and what our personal philosophy is. So from the Hermetic Tarot deck, we have the 4 of Cups. And the 4 of Cups, right now, what it says, the Lord of blended pleasure. So right now I feel like this, I see with the 6 and 9, which deals with Cancer. And I feel like this has something to do with I hear customs specifically. Customs could be you traveling and having to check your items in customs, or this could deal with your personal customs, like your personal philosophy, your personal ideas, your whole personality altogether is coming through. I hear specifically these words I'm saying here on them clearly is this, is coming through and being rebirthed and being cleansed. We have here the cups that are running over from the ultimate source. And that source is down at the bottom, and it spruces up through like lilies. And this is talking about allowing the old to be washed out and having the new life come through from within you. We do have, like I said, the North Node that is in your sign. And with that we have Venus conjunct the North Node. And I feel like this has a lot to do with relationships and the relationships and the interpersonal relationship that you have within yourself, because you're going through a rebirth. We have a lot of new information that's coming through. So we do have Mercury that is lit up right now, especially with this full moon happening in the second decan, which you rule the second decan. And we are talking about not just the interpersonal relationship, but also relationships. And I feel like this has something to do with the lineage, has something to do with ancestors. You may want to maybe look up your ancestry. You can have some answers that lay there, because you could be, I hear Celtic. You could have some family ties that you don't even know that you even have family ties with. And that could offer some type of new information for you. But as well with the 9th house, that deals with Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is in the South Node and breaking from that old construct of the mind, old religion probably. And religion is just what we hold as valuable, pretty much. Even if you don't prescribe to quote unquote a traditional religion, this could just be old ideas that you hold yourself to, old voices that you hear, your inner voice that downplays your true expression of who you are becoming. Okay, Cancer. So we do have Mercury in your sign right now, but will soon be leaving your sign on the 5th and headed into Leo. All right. Ooh, we have 2 cards for you right now. We have the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse, Lord of material work. And then upright, we have the 8 of Pentacles, the Lord of Prudence. Okay, so what I feel like is like your financial situation is changing. We have a lot of activity. I mean, the focus is on your 8th house. And that deals with the subconscious mind, but it also deals with other people's finances, other people's money. So someone could be giving you a loan. Someone could be actually giving you money. This could be an inheritance that is coming through. We have the Pentacle energy, and then we have with the 8 of Pentacles, this deals with Virgo. And you could be dating someone that is a Virgo. You may want to look at your 6th house. You may want to look at a woman that is, she may not necessarily be an earth sign, but she could have bringing you some type of form of abundance. Okay. And this is also dealing, I see the symbol on this card because this is the Hermetic Tarot deck of the sun. And I spoke about how the sun. So one thing about, and just to reiterate this in case you didn't hear it, or I'm just going to reiterate it, period. With that symbol of the circle with the dot in the middle, the dot represents you, your ego, which you focus on. And that rim or that ring around that dot is the ring of Saturn. And this is talking about our boundaries. So you could have a limited mindset in regards to money. But I feel like this is a time that you can change that limited mindset and change it from, oh, I have to work hard for money, or I have to work 20 years before I get to a certain level and then work another 40 years before I can retire, such as what my dad did, such as what my parents did, or people that are all surrounding me that I've seen examples of. But I feel like right now that is really breaking down. That type of understanding of how money works is breaking down, that you are abundant. We have the 8s here. We have the 4 pentacles on each side, and that is 8 and deeply rooted in the subconscious mind, that you have this inner knowing that yes, I will have financial success and I am getting there, but however your conscious mind is sort of kind of fighting you and giving you friction and giving you, I hear playback. So you may say with that playback, if anybody has ever recorded, that sometimes when you hear in your ear, as far as like if you're recording in a professional studio, you may have like the headphone on one ear and you hear a delay. So this is saying like when you speak into the mic, but then you hear yourself a second or a split second later. This is just an analogy of like, I put out into the universe, I spoke something out, but however, I don't hear anything back, or I don't receive signs and synchronicities until later. Or how does this all exactly work? How do I make everything balance out? So regardless of what I say, as far as my intention and what I really want and what I put out into the atmosphere, that even if I receive that playback later on, or something that may be telling me something different, that how do I still stay focused on that goal, on that intent until after it comes forward? And really what happens is that I feel like you're going to find that in the 11th house. I feel like that you're going to find that. You may want to check that house out. But I feel like you're going to find that in some type of community relationship. This could be reaching outside of your traditional family members. You could find this online, like an online tribe of some sort. You could also be dealing with, I hear a Pisces or even a Scorpio. I also hear you could be dealing with someone with a strong Venus placement, or this could be you as well. Okay, Leo, you know that the sun is in your sign. And I have really been feeling this energy. I really like your energy. It feels so good. So your 7th house is lit right now, okay? As well as your 10th house is lit. And I have too many cards for you right now. So let's see. It's coming forth. Here we have the 6 of Pentacles, Lord of Material Success, upright. Okay, so I feel like you are feeling yourself right now, which is good, you know. There's nothing wrong with that. And I feel like you have a lot of luck on your side. You could be feeling very confident right now. And you could be feeling that with this full moon energy, that you are finding a new way of how to express your personal freedom, that you are feeling a new way of how to verbalize that expression. So the expression first came with an idea, and then the idea that you were sort of kind of carrying around in your physical presence. Like people can see maybe a new shine on you, like a new way of how you carry your body. And then now it's going to start to show up in the way how you verbalize that freedom, how the way you express yourself verbally. That could be very well lit up, especially after the 5th, when Mercury goes into your sign, direct in your sign. And I feel like that people are really, really going to start looking to you for a certain type of answer. And a direct, clear, concise answer that is not going to be like a BS type of answer, or it's not even going to be rude. Like people are going to feel like you're really genuine when you speak, when you really open your mouth, and how the way you articulate yourself. Because sometimes it can come off as like either not direct, or either so direct that a person feels like you're trying to boast, or you're trying to overstep their personal boundaries. But I feel like what's happening is that you're going to find a new way of how to, I keep hearing swag, you're going to find a new way of how to express yourself. And it's going to be so in harmony with these people. And it could be family, it could be friends that you've had for a while, or it could be an online community. Like you could be starting a new project, or you could be starting something that is completely new, but it's going to be a whole freshness with you. And the 7th house is the house of Libra, and it deals with our relationships and the way how we relate in those relationships. So I feel like that this is definitely going to shine through for you, and that people are going to feel that warmth, like that sun. You know, when you step out into the sun, you feel that warmth. It doesn't matter how cold the day may be. You're going to feel a little bit warmer when you step out into the sun, and people are going to feel that warmth in you, and it's going to exude from within you, and they're going to feel that in their physical body. And some people may even want to come up and touch you. And what I mean by that, it may not, you know, I don't feel like it's going to be anything like grotesque or anything. It's just going to be like a person's going to try to find a way of how to pat you on the back, or, you know, extend their hand, when normally people probably would not walk up to you and be like, hey, how you doing, and wanted to, you know, shake hands or dap you up or whatever, or, you know, pat you on the back. They may have felt like maybe a little intimidated by that at first, but they're going to want to touch you in some way, some form. Now, if this is your family, they may want to actually hug you. They may actually want to be more in your presence right now. All right, Virgo. So your 6th house is lit up right now. And this is about your details, your daily details, daily tasks. Let's see what's popping off right now. So you will hear me shuffling because I am pulling cards for you from the Hermetic Tarot deck. So we have here the 3 of Wands, Lord of established strength, the Sun in Aries, and then we have the Justice card in the reverse, daughter of the Lord of Truth, and with the yin and the yang, and this is in the reverse. This is the Justice card, which deals with Libra. And there could be some type of friction with relationships, and I feel like maybe overstepping boundaries in the relationships, that things are not balanced. So if you're taking this into the home space, it could be that someone is just being a little too bossy with delegating the chores or delegating the task or who's going to pay what. If someone could be a little bit more forceful with their words right now, and this could be you, or this could be other people. If you have children, maybe your children may be giving you like a little bit of pushback on some of the things that you may want them to do. And I would say, like, you know, right now would be the time to really listen to what other people may have to say, especially for those that are close to you, those that live in the home with you. If you don't have anyone that lives in the home with you, maybe your daily tasks will, in your daily jobs, like what I mean by that is like something dealing with the home, for example, your chores. And when I say chores, like, I'm not saying like a child, like you have chores like that, but you know, you want to keep your house clean. You may need to do that more. You may be called to actually clean your home a little more. This could even be going over more details with work, and maybe even taking work home, or having to work on the home or in the home more. This could be wanting to revamp something. This could be maybe even wanting to redecorate, maybe adding more color, integrating more color into your space. That will lift up your vibration a little bit more. Maybe some yellow, orange, and green possibly. Another thing too, like going back to with the children, that if you do have children, or if you have a spouse, that you are to take the seat of the leader, but the leader that listens. One thing that I've heard that what Nelson Mandela said during an interview is that how he became such a good leader is that he observed from his father, who was a chief in a village, that when he would go to other villages, he didn't just show up like, yeah, and then start talking. What he did, he let everyone speak first, sat back patiently, and then he spoke. And a lot of times you will find that people will answer their own questions, that people will start to tell you things that they never told you before. This could be someone in the household, or even someone close to you, that may have wanted to express something to you, but they felt like they couldn't do it. And I feel like this is a good time for to allow that to happen. Okay, Libra. Okay, we have one card that already came out, and this is from the Hermetic Tarot deck, where we have the 4 of Swords, Lord of Rest from Strife, and your 5th house is lit up right now. All right, woo. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles, the Lord of Prudence. And this came out in Cancer, so you could have some other planets lit up in that house, or you could be dealing with the Cancer possibly. This could be relationships with the home, dealing with the home, and even spouses. This could be even romantic. I feel like something with romantic relationships. We do have Venus, which is your ruler, and you may want to check out Taurus reading. Allowing yourself, I feel like right now is the time to allow yourself to rest from interacting in romantic relationships right now. We have the 4 of Swords, the Lord of Rest from Strife. So you could have just came out of arguments, or you probably could be experiencing someone trying to test you in arguments. And with this 8 of Pentacles, Lord of Prudence, this is like what I feel like this is saying, taking the high road, allowing yourself to sit back and be like, okay, what was my role in this relationship? And really meditating on it. The Four of Swords is a card of meditation, the card of contemplation, the card of like taking a different viewpoint, not being so reactive, and allowing yourself to absorb everything that has been said and done. And I feel like this is not from a judgmental standpoint, because like I feel like you have some things that are going to play out in your 8th house. That could be you personally, but I feel like overall for your sign, like this deals with the subconscious mind and other people and how they play their role that they play in your subconscious mindset. This could be something dealing with the mother, so that's the reason why maybe Cancer came up for you. This could have something to do with the way how you interact in close relationships, like nourishing relationships, like when you are in a romantic, I want to say the word entanglement, but I can't say that anymore because like people have this idea now. But in this engagement, if you will, in romantic relationships, that it has to be someone that is over nurturing either you or either you're over nurturing the other person. And it has to be like this balance. You have to learn that. So taking a rest from that and allowing yourself to really receive those activations and downloads from the meditative state. And when I say meditative state could be, you could be wide awake and, you know, doing something like walking and be in a meditative state. You could be watching a film and still be in a meditative state. So this meditative state is not necessarily sitting down on the floor with your legs crossed and closing your eyes. It can be just being in a open, receptive type of state. Okay, fellow Scorpios. So this is really playing out strongly in your 4th house. Ooh, okay, we have a couple different cards. And I'm pulling cards from the Hermetic Tarot deck where we have the 7 of Wands, and then we have the 10 of Pentacles, Lord of Wealth. And the first card that came out was the Queen of Cups, and this is the Queen of the Thrones of Waters. So this could be you because you are a water sign, but this could be as well Pisces and Cancer. This could be a female, or it could be a mother influence, or this could even be, it could be anybody pretty much with that type of sign. Or this could be different placements where we have the 12th house, and we also have the 4th house, and the 4th house deals with motherdom. It deals with relationships as far as parental relationships, specifically with the mother. So you could have something going on with your motherly duties, or either looking back over how the way you have mothered certain situations. This could be mothering projects, your mother relationship. This could be maybe even taking on some duties and tasks for a parent, or stepping into the parent role. Okay. You could be dealing with a Leo. You could be dealing with a Virgo. You could be dealing with a Libra as well. And with the Lord of Wealth, so someone else could be giving you some type of financial payout. You could be receiving some type of money. This could be even taking your money and being very mindful of your money. Wanted to say the word stingy at first, but that wasn't quite the word. This is being mindful, because on the 7 of Wands we have here is a staff with 2 snakes with the eagle wings on both sides. So the snake heads are rounding themselves up to look upward at the eagle wings. So eagles have a higher perspective. Eagles can see things for the longevity. Okay, and with the snakes, this is talking about like a rebirth of something. So you could be having a rebirth of your financial situation through certain activations happening now. You could be receiving some type of payout from a motherly figure, or when I say payout, they could be giving you money, or either they could be giving you some type of knowledge about money, or even reshaping your idea of money that you got from a parental figure, someone with a motherly presence. If you are a mother, then you are teaching, or you could be called to teach your children about financial and generational wealth, or focusing on that. This could be a time to really focus on that, and maybe even finding an online community that deals with repairing credit, repairing wealth, and generational wealth as well. We do have secondary some activations happening in your 7th house, which is the house of Libra and of relationships. So relationships could also be a very focal point for you. You could be bringing in your mother in the home, or either going to go visit your mother right now. So it's different ways of how that can play out for you, fellow Scorpios. I feel like too, understanding about the way of how you communicate, how the way you love people. Like, I paused right there because there was several different things that were coming through, because you may not have the traditional way of how you show people how you love them. You may not be one of those people that want to smother people with a whole lot of affection or attention, but it doesn't mean that you don't love them. So maybe you have to reach out and let people know that you do love them, so they won't think that you're just being cold with them. And I was called to like the shuffle one more time, where we have the Lord of Earned Success, the 6 of Wands. And we have here 2 groups of 3 swords clenched by a fist. And that fist is very hairy, so it could be a beast of some sort. But anyways, that this is earned success, so you could be starting something new as far as a financial situation. We do have Aquarius up here at the top, and it does have the symbol of Mercury. And with that, and I feel like this could be something, see where Aquarius may fall in your chart. But I feel like it could be something that deals with online, small or local businesses that has been coming through. And you could have some type of restart with that, or changing the direction of your current financial situation. As far as like career, you could want to check out your 10th house, either your 2nd house and your 6th house. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, where we have activations happening in your 3rd house. All right, so I feel like communication is very relevant for you right now. So I'm shuffling some cards for you, and this is from the Hermetic Tarot deck. The first card that we have is the Hermit, the Magus of the voice of light, the voice of light. So you are to speak, to really speak up for what you believe in and where you are going. The South Node is in your sign right now, and with that being said, it's like you are receiving some type of new information, and you are receiving epiphanies as well. We have the next card that we have here is the King of Wands, and it was in the reverse, which is the Prince of Chariot of Fire, and that is in the reverse. So Chariots does deal with Cancer, but that also deals with ascension. And you are a philosopher, you are a teacher. So another thing too, you deal with long distance travel. Your house deals with long distance travel. And then the 3rd house deals with, is the house for Gemini. And we do have the North Node and Venus in Gemini. But another thing too is that deals with siblings and short distance travel. So you could be traveling, you could be going on a solo travel mission of some sort, where we have the Hermit, and the Hermit is a hermeticist. This is a person that goes within themselves. This is a singular person. So you could be going, one thing I feel I just heard, you could be going, let me finish that sentence real quick. You could be going on a trip, and it could be either long distance or short distance. Another thing too, this could be astral travel for you, where we have the King of Wands with the fire of the Prince, of the Chariot of Fire. And then we have the Hermit. So you could be going on astral travel missions, and I keep wanting to say missions. So missions could be like you're planning this, or it's a task that you have to retrieve some type of information, because I feel like it's something dealing with information for you. And those epiphany moments could be coming through dream state. That mission could be you doing something, even going for a trip physically for a job. I feel like I should pull another card. Give me a second. So on the top of the deck, we have the 8 of Pentacles, the Lord of Prudence, and that was in the reverse. And this card has came out the 3rd time. It came out for Cancer. Once again, we have another Cancer reference. And it just came out for somebody else too. Don't really remember. Sorry about that. But, you know, you may want to check out your 4th house as well. But anyways, that it feels like you are going on some type of trip. And that trip could be you just doing some meditation, because the hermit does stay in meditative state. It could be astral travel, or it could be literally going on some type of a mission. But regardless, the word mission is keep coming up. And it's specifically a mission, and you're going to receive information, and it's going to be a life-changing type of information. And I hear stairwell or stair steps, and that could just be, especially with that Chariot card, it could be you're taking these necessary steps to gain some type, I hear future, something in the future, like you're gaining something that is going to be very prevalent for your future. So do not overlook the small details. I feel like it could be some small details that you could be overlooking. I would say for you to keep a dream journal, because you could be receiving some information from your dream journal, from you keeping records of your dreams in your dream journal, okay? All right, Capricorn. I'm going to be shuffling some cards, and it is from the Hermetic Tarot deck. Now we have here the Chariot card, and this is the Lord of the Triumph of Light, and it was in the reverse, okay? And I'm gonna shuffle for one other card. Right now, Saturn is retrograde in your sign. And the Princess of Swords, Princess of the Rushing Winds. So you could be dealing with the air sign. You could be dealing with a Cancer. Right now, what's lit up is your 2nd house. And that is dealing with like your money and the way how you receive money. It could be attached to work. I feel like it's something that could be changing, that, or the refusal to change, especially with the Cancer card in the reverse, and Cancer deals with evolution. Maybe you could be receiving some type of assignment, and I'm talking about like a cosmic assignment, to change your profession, to change the way how you think about money, the way how you receive money, especially with the Princess of Swords, where we're talking about thoughts. And we're talking about the way how we think about money and the way how we understand money, but I also hear the way how we collect money. Specifically for you, someone could be in the collection business or a collection agency, and the way how they collect money, it may not be morally right for them personally. So they may want to change that profession because it's not really working for them. Other people with this collection of money is the way how you receive money. And that could be changing for you. I'm going to pick one more card where we have here the 9 of Swords, and it says the Lord of Despair and Cruelty. Yeah, I feel like someone may be feeling guilty about the way how they receive money. And so someone could be actually working for a collection agency or collecting a debt. It definitely feels like something that's karmic. And that's why I say it could be someone with work for a debt agency or something. You know, those people that call up, not telemarketers, but they call up people, debt collection people. They call up people and they say, well, you know, give me your money. You have to pay this bill, whatever the case may be. We do have the sign of Mars on here on the card, as well as the sign for Gemini. So the way of how you communicate. Yeah, I feel like someone is really, really feeling guilty. Someone could have worked for a loan shark, and it could be those payday loans or something, or they feel like they have to go to a payday loan and they feel guilty about it, or they feel like they're damaging their credit if it's the other way around, or they feel like they may be ruining people's lives. It may be a situation in which if you work at this type of establishment that you feel like you feel guilty about calling people up, or you feel guilty. Someone also could be working in a repo, like a repo business, and they feel guilty about the business that they do. So regardless if you started this, either you could be on either or end. Either you could be the person that works at one of these establishments, or either you could be the person that has received the backlash or will receive the backlash of one of these businesses. Loan shark, debt collection, repo. And it feels like repo as far as car. It could be that something about a loan and people can't pay it. And so either you're the person that has to tell the people that, or go get their possessions. It could even be something dealing with the tax of law, I heard. Or either you could be the one that this could play out for you. Okay, Aquarius. I am Aquarius rising. So what's up? Okay, so I am shuffling and I'm getting cards from the Hermetic Tarot deck, where we have the first card that came out was the Five of Cups in the reverse, which is the Lord of Loss in Pleasure, where we have Mars and we have Scorpio. That could be players, or that could be something happening or popping off in your chart. But the house that's lit up for you is your first house, and it's all about yourself, where we have the sun in the self, in the ego, in your eye, if you will. So you could be blinded by your own light. You could be blinded by just how awesome you are, and it could scare you off, and that could be in the subconscious space. Okay, Princess of Pentacles, Princess of the Echoing Hills. And where we have, you could be dealing with the Aries, or this could be something that is activated in your chart, or you could feel like, another thing too is that you have some placements or some activity going on in your fourth house that deals with, I hear, dependence. So you could have people in your home. It could be parents, or it could be children, it could be relatives, or it could just be friends. You could be in a roommate type of situation, but something going on in the home space. People could be jealous of you. People could be even intimidated by you on a certain type of level, and they feel the warmth of that light from either if you're portraying or your ego is activated, or this could just be more so like your inner ego, like your higher self that's coming through. We have the Five of Swords, and this is the Lord of Defeat upright. So the Lord, don't let people steal your light, pretty much. That's what I feel like. I feel like someone may be trying to, they may be an energy vampire. They could be trying to steal your light. They could be trying to nuzzle under you and get something from you. I definitely feel like they're trying to get something from you. Someone may even voice their opinion about that. They may even have some sly remarks to say. Even if some people aren't physically in your house, this could be people that are in your inner circle. And that inner circle could be either on a community chat, I hear, it could be in online community, or it could be physically in the home, or it could be someone that you talk to on a regular basis. So they may not necessarily be physically inside the home, but it could be happening in your home. So it could be on the computer, on the internet, on the phone, through a text message, like someone calling you up, or it could actually be people that live in your home. But I feel like it's something that's going to hit the home, like your foundations. You could be dealing with a Cancer. You could be dealing with another Aquarius. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. You could be dealing with the Aries as well, or even a Leo. Okay, but regardless, stand your ground. Allow your light to shine, because you are going to places. You're going places that some may feel intimidated because you're going those places, and that could be literally, or that could just be in a whole nother physical, mental space altogether. Okay, Pisces. We have your 12th and your 3rd house lit up right now, and I'm shuffling the deck with the Hermetic Tarot deck. Here we have the Two of Wands, the Lord of Domination, where we have Aries and Mars. So you could be feeling a lot of the activity that's happening with Mars coming out of shadow, and with being in its own sign of Aries. It could be something that you feel, because you are extremely sensitive to certain types of energies in your field, in your physical space. And it could even be psychic attacks that could be happening right now. But it's for you to guard your space, and especially your mental space. So 4 other cards came out all together for you. So we have the Lovers, and the Lovers does deal with Mercury and Gemini, where we do have the second decan of Aquarius that is lit up, that is ruled by the triplicity of Gemini. So that could be something that you could be heavily influenced under. Then we have the Justice card, the daughter of the Lord of Truth. That is Libra. So you could be dealing with the Libra. You could be dealing with a Gemini. This could be also your 7th house or your 3rd house that you could be feeling. It could be something really strong there. You could have your 6th house lit up because we have a Virgo here, and we have another placement in Virgo, as well as Venus. So this is all talking about you could be dealing with some people that they could be jealous of you, or this could be your rebirthing your understanding of what inner beauty is and what is beautiful to you. This could be from a physical sense of when you look at people, all the way to you can see a more softer, gentler side of people. Some people may be extremely harsh. Their energy may be extremely harsh to you, but on the flip side, you can feel such a graceful presence, or certain people talking to you, and certain people being around you, certain people sending you love and praises from a distance or even in your space, that you could feel the both ends of the spectrum, okay?